Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. This is Penny from Wacko Witch Astrology, and today we're here for Aquarius's 2021 predictions. So this is for Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm recording this live, so maybe you're watching this, maybe you managed to make it in today. But we are going to start with an animal guide reading, and this has to do with, I feel like I have this like stiff here. I need to stretch it out. Sorry. But the greatest success. So which animal's wisdom is going to help Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising in the year 2021? So go ahead and pull up a chair, get something to drink, maybe a snack, and get yourself comfortable because we're going to be doing quite a few readings for Aquarius here to see how we can help them thrive in the year 2021. Okay, this is a polar bear. All right, so that's an interesting one. So one thing about a polar bear is it does have to do with being quite prepared, being well adapted, being well suited to handle what for some might be a harsh environment. So one thing that I'm kind of getting for this is it's going to be a little bit of a hard year for you, Aquarius, but it's obviously not going to be anything that you can't handle. It's stuff that you're already specifically prepared for. And, you know, it's going to still be a situation where you're able to thrive personally. But yeah, it seems like there's some hardships you're going to be dealing with. And I don't feel like it's going to be anything that's too hard for you, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so I want to go with this deck. And we're just going to get the general themes for you this year and what's going to be going on in your area of love life, your area of finances, and your area of career. Okay. My deck was upside down. So the first card I got here is the Six of Wands. So this has to do with celebrating, you know, there's already some things you've overcome, some things that you've handled very well. And I'm getting a sense that 2020 was a hard year for you on a personal level, in addition to it being a hard year globally. And part of that is because you are a humanitarian. It does pain you to see what other people are going through. And you're feeling like kind of a sense of like, we did it when it comes to the year 2021. So you're approaching it with that kind of mindset. When it comes to money, we have the Devil card. And this is actually a very fiery serpent as this appears here. So I'm seeing that there's going to be some type of temptation to invest here that may not be in your best interest. There's going to be a temptation to use money in a way that may not be in your best interest. So we are going to ask the cards for more information on that here in a little bit. In terms of communication, it looks like you're going to be reconnecting with childhood friends this year. It's going to be about talking to people that you've known for a really long time, talking to people that you have a similar upbringing with. I feel like you might also connect with and meet some new people who it feels like you've known them for a really long time. So it's good communication going on there. In the area of home, we have the King of Swords. That's what that is, right? So we have the King of Swords, which is a card that can represent an Aquarius. It's an air sign of masculine energy, the King of Swords here. So this, to me, makes it feel like there's nothing particularly out of the ordinary going on with your home. There's nothing that's out of the pattern of what you would already be expecting. No surprises, really. There likely is going to be some type of decision you have to make regarding your home. Like, am I going to renew my lease? Am I going to, it might go back to money for some of you. Am I going to sell my home? Am I going to consider, you know, changing something? But it's nothing really out of the ordinary, nothing super shocking going on with that this year. Now we have the Page of Swords. Why don't you have a double check? Can I read? Yes, I can read. I've been reading my entire adulthood, at least. Yeah, so we have the Page of Swords, and this, to me, shows that there's going to be a lot of creative inspiration that's kind of coming from other people. You might get a chance to collaborate. You might get a chance to contribute to something that someone else is already doing creatively. So there's something good going on there. And then we have the Ace of Cups that came up. So this is a very, very healing card having to do with your workplace and your career. So 2021 looks like it's going to be a year for Aquarius to strive for a healthier work environment. I might want more information on that one as well later on. In relationships, we have the Strength card. So we have this woman with the wild hair and the crocodile lion beast thing. I'm not sure what the term for that type of a beast is. It's got like bull legs too. There's a lot of interesting stuff going on with this card. So I'm feeling like this is saying your relationships are going to be fairly chaotic, but not in a way that you don't like necessarily, not in a way that you're not familiar with. Your relationships are about caring for other people. It's already a pattern that you're familiar with. You're familiar with people's personality quirks, and you know how to handle even some of the strangest of personalities that you encounter. So probably want more information on that one here in a little bit as well. All right, next we got the King of Swords. So this means I feel like there's something you want to run away from in 2021. Something that was just like no good, give you bad vibes. You want to be done with it. You want to be over with it. Probably going to ask for more information on that one too. In terms of travel, we have the Knight of Wands. So I do feel like this is indicating some type of travel, a quick trip to go visit a relative or something like that. Even though it's COVID, it's going to be something that comes up that you really feel like is important. You really feel like it's necessary. And it might be that a relative or someone you care about is just getting really lonely and they really need that extra more support. And they kind of need you to like swoop in and come visit them for a little bit. All right. So with career, there's going to be opportunity for a change. So we're going to want to know more about that too. Friendships are looking really good. Like everything about your general communication with others, it looks really good so far. And you might specifically have a friend who's embarking on some type of creative project that you get an opportunity to help them with. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, so we have this very happy card, the 9 of Coins, and this is representing the underlying spiritual factors that are going on for you, Aquarius, in the year 2021. So yeah, I'm getting mostly good energy from this. It doesn't seem like there's anything particularly bad that's coming on. It does seem like there's going to be some people in your life who need your help. I definitely want to know what this money thing is because this could be concerning. I would like to experiment the relationship thing. Yes, I wanted to know about that too. And the thing you're trying to get away from, I think, is something we really want to know more about. Okay, so I'm going to ask about career specifically next. What is going on in Aquarius's work environment, and what is this opportunity they're going to have in their career? So again, we have the same dang card, different deck. So this is the Ace of Cups that came up again. It's basically just saying about this is a change that needs to happen for emotional reasons and basically just positive energy that needs to be coming into your work environment this year. And the reason for that, it has to do with the people around you. I'm feeling like there's been a lot of pain, not just with you specifically, but more in some way. All right, okay, it told me it was disconnecting for a minute. All right, next we have the Father of Cups. So I feel like this is about someone who's in power in your company, someone who has a position that's a little bit higher up in these decisions they've been able to make. And they basically acknowledge that, some of what was going on was causing you guys a little bit of additional emotional distress, basically. And they wanted to find a way to help relieve you of that. This looks like it's complicated. Like they made some moves to actually correct the issue that was going on in the workplace, but at the same time, there's something about it that was a little bit underhanded, and it feels like they didn't actually do what needed to be done in some way. All right, in the past, we have the Strength card, and this is I feel like this is basically just you and the people you work with who've been trying to hang out, hold out for it. You've been trying to kind of endure some of what you and other people of your company have been facing in the year 2020. And this is basically just saying there's some stuff that certain people have decided that they don't want to put up with anymore. So you might see some of your favorite coworkers quitting, leaving the company, or if you're a contractor or something like that, it could be people you worked with who you aren't working with anymore because they decided there was something going on that was not emotionally satisfying to them. And I don't feel like this is anything that was your fault. I feel like there were other factors and other influences going on here, and could be that someone else actually had control over it. Could just be that it's the changing economy and stuff that's going on right now. But there's some people that you love. Trouble with my connection? You're getting lag or anything like that. It looks like it keeps disconnecting. So it looks like you basically know what's going on. When someone tries to feed you some bullshit, you pretty much are able to see through it. So whatever, like if someone tries to sweet talk you in a certain way, you're going to see through it. This specifically has to do with work. So other people are basically just looking for a way to kind of win their life back. I'm feeling like that's why certain people are giving up on their past career path. And this is people around you. You're kind of watching as the rest of them give up. And you want better things too. You want a happier work environment. You want things to be more fulfilling, more emotionally healthy. And then ultimately, we have the Justice card that came up. So what I'm getting from this is it's really about seeing eye to eye with other people and seeing that even though we're eclectic and there's many different types of people, many different types of personalities, there's not any one person who is really superior to the other. So that's part of the reason why you're deciding that certain things that you've been putting up with your previous work are not really fair. You feel like some of the work environments you've been involved in, they treat people like subordinates instead of treating people like equals. And that's something that's kind of inspiring you to make positive changes regarding work and career in the year 2021. So I'm getting a sense that what you're going to be choosing between is starting something that is new, and it could be like a new company, like your own company. It could just be work that is more independent where you don't have to rely on other people as much, or potentially like applying for a different job, or if you were previously self-employed, it could be about considering applying for a job just to kind of change up the current situation and not have to deal with some of the stressful things that you had been dealing with in 2020 and in the beginning of 2021. So it's kind of that decision. Am I going to walk away? Am I going to start something completely new? Or am I going to potentially subject myself to some of the same chaos over and over again? I feel like the answer is going to be pretty obvious for most of you, at least. All right, so the next thing we wanted to look at is what is going on with this relative. Are they okay? Now, this is probably going to be a simple answer, so I'm just going to try to get through it fast. I mostly already feel like they are okay. Okay, so they are stressed out. And they're just not happy with the way things have been. They've been feeling lonely. They've been feeling a little bit heartbroken. And they just want, like, especially if this is like your mom or someone, or like an aunt who's a little bit older, they want someone that they can nurture and take care of. And that's what makes them feel like they're not alone. And they want to feel like they have more of a sense of purpose. Again, we are getting like a lot of maternal energy coming from this. So for a lot of you, it will actually be your mom. For some of you, I know that's not possible. Sorry I laughed. I know that probably seemed really out of place, but I was about to specify that if your mom's dead, you can talk to the dead. And then I'm like, that's a little much for some people. I think some people aren't ready for that. But that's what I was thinking. I have a video on how to do that if you're interested to learn how to talk to dead people. I don't consider it to be that hard, so I'm not sure how good my advice actually was. And then we have the Sun card coming up. So yeah, this is basically just someone who is feeling lonely, who's feeling heartbroken, who wants someone to come who they can feed cookies to and stuff like that. This is just someone who's feeling a little bit lonely. As I suspected, there's like nothing here that it's not like they're like dying of COVID and it's your last chance to see them. Thank goodness that's not what came up in this reading, but it's basically just about going to visit them. And I'm getting that they're going to kind of give you some useful advice that'll help you get through the rest of your year in 2021. So they're going to help you prepare. They're going to be like your mama bear, like your little polar bear soul needs this year. And yeah, they're going to help you figure out some of the other things that you're having to navigate in the year 2021. So that will be nice. All right, next I want to know what is going on in your love life. Like we have all these crazy beasts here, so we want to see what's going on with these beasts that you're dating. All right. So Aquarius's love life in 2021, it looks like it is good for the most part. It does look like things are going to feel a little bit uncertain at times, but it's not that uncertain because you're pretty in tune already. And for the most part, you already have the answers. I'm feeling like your partner might be feeling a little bit less stable about what is actually going on. They have some things that they are feeling insecure about. And basically, you just need to continue to strengthen the relationships that you already have. If you're forming a new relationship, make sure it has really strong roots, like build a strong foundation for that relationship. Because I'm sensing some insecurity coming from your partner and then like needing this like extra bit of reassurance underneath them as they go through things. Your partner's kind of going through a lot of changes this year. So again, if you're not in a relationship, it's possible this could be a friend instead of a romantic partner. I'm feeling like a lot of Aquarians are going to have a new love interest coming into their life for those that are single. But basically my point is I'm not getting like single vibes from most of the Aquariuses this year. I'm getting that you're like already in a relationship or you're forming a new romantic relationship. All right, so this has to do with past relationships here, past love. And it, like if you're married, like I said, it could be past years of the love between you and your partner. If you have someone you recently split up from, this could be, I'm seeing them kind of coming back. For a lot of you, I'm seeing someone from the past who's kind of coming back. And it's not necessarily to have like a happily ever after. It might be for their own emotional clarity or something along those lines. And then we have the Lovers coming up. So again, like I said, it looks like there is romantic activity going on in the lives of Aquarians this year. But then we have this huge pile of sticks. So everything's messy, quite frankly. And something where someone needs to move on. So that's what I'm seeing. There's some kind of closure, either that your current partner needs about something that happened in the past or about a past love and them needing closure. So someone is coming to you looking for closure, and it might be the same person or it might be a different person. For some people, well, for everyone, there's going to be someone who needs emotional reassurance from you in addition to that. And it might be the same person for some of you. For others, it'll be a different person. So I'm getting that there is someone who is in your life who's really looking for like their soulmate, their end all be all when it comes to relationships. There's someone who's really, really serious about you and really ready to make you their world. I felt like I couldn't say that right. And then the final outcome here It's basically pretty in line with this Beast card. Looks like it came from the show Full Metal Alchemist. It's a bunch of chimeras and stuff. And it's kind of just like, well, things aren't perfect, but we figure them out. We find a way to make it work. And I feel like that's going to be kind of one of the big underlying themes going on in your relationships in 2020. It's going to be about dealing with your partner's insecurities, dealing with those personality quirks and areas where you feel like you just have to kind of fill in the gaps and find a way to make things work, even if they're messy. Yeah, but there is someone who's going to be needing your reassurance this year, and someone who's going to be needing your closure as well. Okay, so now we want to know about this creative opportunity that is most likely going on with a friend. I feel like these two might go hand in hand, though. First, I want to know about the money thing, because they might be the same thing. We want to know if they are. Oh my gosh, this tree growing out of the skull. We were already dealing with the devil card. Now we've got this tree growing out of a skull. So I feel like this is trying to force something to happen that might not be natural, that might not be meant to happen. It's really just like, we want to make this thing happen. I'm going to lie to myself in order to get myself to believe that's more likely to happen. And it, like I said, it might not be in your best interest to do it. And the problem is that you're really feeling like it is the answer to things. You're feeling like it's a great solution. You're feeling like it's something you want to be able to believe in so bad. So your judgment is going to be a little bit skewed because of that. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune up here. So this, it's a matter of no matter how much work you put into it, it might be something that is just not destined to happen. So there's going to be something that you really love and believe in, that you're tempted to put all your effort into, but it looks like it might not really be in the cards. It might not be something that is meant to happen. Oh my gosh, so much major arcana. Then we have the Temperance card below, which is a kind of a 1 foot in, 1 foot out thing. I feel like this is you basically just knowing that there's something not right. There's some reason why you can already tell it's not going to work out, no matter how badly you want it to. So I feel like your gut is going to be telling you one thing, but your heart is going to be telling you another thing. And that heart, it's almost like it's lying to you. And then we have the Four of Coins in the past. So this is showing, like, in previous years, you had more of a saving money mentality. And that's part of what makes you vulnerable to, like, oh, it's this chance to spend money. It's this chance to use the money I've been saving. It's meant to be. Then we have the Moon card coming up. So the bridge is definitely standing out to me. So I feel like it's part of what's going to drive you is like this curiosity to see what is actually on the other side. And the Page of Coins. Again, like I said, I feel like this is you just wanting to invest money, you wanting to be involved probably in a startup of some kind. And yeah, this is something that you don't even have that much control over. It seems like it was something that was someone else's idea, someone else's business. And you're just hoping it's going to work out because you believe in it and it sounds so good. But then the outcome card is the Five of Coins. So as I suggested earlier, the devil really heavily implied that this is something that is potentially not in your own best interest. And then we get the Five of Coins. It's kind of like warning of poverty and financial struggles and being kind of left out in the cold with things. So this financial risk that you're tempted to take in 2021, it looks like it may not be worth it. Sucks, but that's what came up. Now, I do still want to know about what is actually going on with this creative project, because it might not be the same thing. Could be something else. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands. So there is a lot of activity surrounding this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So there's just like so much energy that this is going to be taking up in 2021. It's going to be kind of like a big focus of 2021 for you. And then the final outcome is the Two of Cups. So this heavily implies it is something that's actually going to happen. It is something you're actually going to agree to. So this might be a friend who's offering to become like a business partner with you in some sense. You know, it could be someone you already work with who has kind of like a crazy new idea, something new for you guys to pursue. It looks like it is already set in the cards to happen. So based on this, for most of you, I think this creative project that your friend wants to take on is actually different from the thing that is about investing money. So one way to obviously know for sure is like whether or not the thing your friend wants to do requires an investment of money. And if so, how much money? Is it like a little bit of money, or is it like your entire savings? Because if it's your entire savings, I vote no. Not my decision, but I would vote no. But this is something where it feels like there's been some type of stagnation, but nothing can actually happen. But that's not actually true. It does look like the ball is going to get rolling with this in 2021. So this might be something you have a friend that they've been very ambitious about this for a long time. It's something they've really been wanting to do, but they felt like they couldn't do it. They felt like there was some reason why they couldn't do it, but they have already kind of taken the first step, and then things really do get moving with it. It looks like they've already put in a lot of work. So this is likely to be like an earth sign friend. This is someone who is hardworking, someone who did a lot to get to things to where they already are now. And then we have the Magician coming up in the future, which is again a good sign for that whole getting the ball rolling energy, getting things moving, making the magic happen. And this is something that is super, super important to this person. So that's part of their motivation to work hard and make sure that it actually succeeds. One big obstacle they're going to have, and this is probably where you come in, Aquarius, is they're going to feel like they're not really able to get the word out the way that they need to. They're going to feel like they're not making the connections that they need to be making. And they're just like, even though they put all this work in, it's going to feel like they're just kind of waiting. And it's not that they're waiting for money. Like, this is different from the money investment situation. It's that they're waiting for more connections. And I do feel like you're going to be the right person to help them be able to do that. So this is some kind of creative project. I don't see it particularly looking bad. It looks like this person in your life has already put a lot of work into it. And they're just going to need a little bit of help with the networking, which Aquarius tends to be insanely good at, even if they don't realize it. But yeah, that was your reading for 2021, Aquarius. I hope you liked the video. Please consider leaving a comment if you do. And if you need to be able to contact me or anything like that, I have links to my website in the description below. So I hope to see you again soon. Bye.